The committee has been officially appointed and introduced by the government to examine certain provisions of the Hawksbill Creek Agreement with respect to the exemption on business license fees and real property tax, set to expire in August of this year. Chairman of this August body, Dr. Marcus Bethel, says they are focused, determined, and up to the challenge.
Prime Minister, let me take this opportunity, first of all, to thank you for the confidence that you have reposed in this committee. Our intention is to follow the mandate as is laid out in our terms of reference. It's a rather broad mandate, but one that we expect and hope will be transformative in moving Freeport and Grand Bahama forward in a positive way.
Recognizing the mammoth task that lies ahead, the local medical practitioner and former senator says the committee plans to hit the ground running. This as it attempts to not only return Grand Bahama to its former glory, but to establish this island as a thriving miracle destination.
Given that the provisions under consideration expire in the early part of August 2015, that we should work as diligently as trying to get our report into the government for their consideration and policy determination within 8 weeks. That may be overly ambitious, but we will be using that as our target, that within 8 weeks we will have concluded our work. We're going to be supported by a secretariat, as outlined. We also have a consultant. Of course, Mr. Albert Gray was mentioned, but we have the authority, I think, to bring on other consultants as we deem fit. We want to make this process as inclusive and as widespread throughout the community as possible, devoid of partisan politics, because our job is to see that Freeport and Grand Bahama assume its rightful role in the economic development of the Bahamas. We know that the potential is here. We now have to find the keys to unlock that potential and to ensure that Grand Bahama is able to bring about the kind of impact in our economy that is needed to make the Bahamas the greatest and most prosperous little nation on this earth.
Dr. Bethel says their mission not impossible, their vision clear, and above all, it's all-inclusive.
At some point during this 8, maximum 12-week period, we will be holding, as is necessary, town meetings to which the community would be invited to express their views. The Secretariat, I anticipate, will also open an email process which will allow those who don't like to show up at meetings but are very vocal on the news waves and now with the internet through emails to send us their thoughts so that we open the waves for any and everybody to have a potential say in what is going on. So civil society, I want to emphasize, is going to be an important part of this. That includes the church, unions, and all stakeholders in the community will be consulted or asked to present their views to this committee.
Joan Davis Roll, ZNS Network News.
Registered in December 1979 with only 45 members, a year later accruing under $37,000 in shares, things have shifted. Presently, the credit union's membership is at 2,460, with assets totaling over $28 million. The Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union Limited's head office is in New Providence, with a sub-office on Grand Bahama Island. With growth comes expansion. The credit union held a groundbreaking ceremony Monday afternoon on an Oak Street property. Executives from Nassau came down for the momentous occasion, one of them being Board of Directors Chairman Sheila Smith.
This has indeed been a vision of the board for some time now. And this groundbreaking ceremony today for our office complex is the beginning of that reality. My vision, along with the current Board of Directors, is to see the continued growth and development of this credit union in Grand Bahama and also to establish more branches in other family islands. We thank you for allowing us to serve you here these many years, but we believe that the time has come for us to provide even better service to you and your family.
Deputy Director of the Cooperative Development Department, Judy Simmons, also brought remarks on behalf of the Honorable V. Alfred Gray, the Minister of Agriculture, Marine Resources, and Local Government.
Minister V. Alfred Gray, a devout public servant himself, has asked me to convey these words of Sir Winston Churchill to you. Never give up, never give up, never give up, never give up. He notes that your commitment, diligence, and pursuit of excellence has paid off here in Grand Bahama. I can see it. The Ephesus to be constructed here to my right will no doubt serve as a monument in this community.
The Freeport office complex is scheduled to be completed by October of this year. Kimberly Mullings, ZNS Network News.
Police in Abaco and Grand Bahama are asking for the public's assistance in locating 6 wanted suspects. Henry Pierre Paul, 29 years of age, is wanted by police in Abaco for causing grievous harm and breach of the Supreme Court order. He resides in the Mud Abaco and also frequents urban areas in Freeport, Grand Bahama. He stands at 5 feet 11 inches in height and is of dark brown complexion, heavy built, and weighs 200 pounds. John Mark Titus is wanted by police in Abaco as well for armed robbery. He is 23 years old, of the Mud Abaco, and frequents Call Gardens and the Ghetto, Grand Bahama. He stands at 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighs approximately 150 pounds, dark brown in complexion, and of medium build. Louis Cadet is wanted by police in Abaco for murder. He is 20 years old, of the Mud Abaco, and frequents the Ghetto in Grand Bahama. He stands at 5 feet 11 inches tall, ranging between 120 and 140 pounds, dark brown complexion, and average build. 29-year-old Marco Husue is wanted by police in Abaco for armed robbery. He is from the Pigeon Peak area, Abaco, and frequents the Ghetto. He stands at 5 feet 10 inches in height, weighs between 130 and 150 pounds, dark brown complexion, and slim build. Henry Pierre Paul, John Mark Titus, Louis Cadet, and Marco Husue are considered armed and extremely dangerous, and all should be approached with caution. Maxime Baptiste is wanted by police in Abaco for incest. He is 36 years old, of the Mud Abaco, and frequents Grand Bahama. He stands at 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighs 160 pounds, brown complexion, and slim built. The subject should be approached with caution if seen. Bernard Jerome Ferguson, 24 years of age, is wanted by police in Grand Bahama for 7 counts of stealing from a dwelling house and major damage. His known address is number 200 Eleuthera Drive, Hawksbill, Grand Bahama. He stands at 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighs 193 pounds, medium brown complexion, and average build. The subject should be approached with caution. If seen, you should contact the police in Abaco at 367-2560, Grand Bahama at 350-3107 or 8-911-919, or call your nearest police station. Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.